There's a couple characters that show up in this season from other campaigns that we've done that maybe weren't in the original telling of the Vox Machina campaign.
Congratulations on season 3 of The Legend of Vox Machina. This upcoming season looks absolutely epic, and it's really been amazing to see how the show has grown since the first campaign ended. Looking back, can you speak to your experience playing this arc, this journey in the campaign for the first time, and then going into your experience now with the series and voicing your characters kind of through this new lens?
I think, we started this back in 2015, and it was a home game before we ever took it to the internet. I think in going back and revisiting this stuff, it still confounds us to this day about what a rich story it is. Obviously, some of the story moments are decided by a roll of the dice, but it also came down to really brave decisions by some of the players. I mean, Vax starting to have romance with Keyleth, and we felt awkwardness as players because we didn't know, what that would mean for our table and for our group. But it just led to an even richer story. And so as we come back and we're now here in season 3, we're always looking for ways to improve on some of those story beats, but also to change things a little bit so that if an audience thinks they know what's coming, we want to unsettle them just a little bit so that it sort of levels the playing field from an audience perspective. And we're really excited to see what I would say our established audience for Vox Machina thinks of the changes, as well as those that are coming to the animated series first.
It's interesting watching something that was created. These characters were created at home and kind of in a private, intimate setting, and then first bringing them out into the internet was a kind of a bit of a revelation that people were even interested. And now, after telling this story for so long, now we get to tell it in a medium that we're such huge fans of, and in this beautiful, concise, and surprising way. It's every tabletop player's dream to make a cartoon of their characters.
Yeah. There were so many moments during the campaign that we wanted to be able to expand upon or explore more. And it's been such a beautiful process to actually get to do that with this series and dive into conversations that didn't get to happen the original time around. And now we get to see that moment happen.
Yeah. And, we're all involved in the creative process of the story from pretty much start to finish. So, as opposed to just receiving scripts and hoping it's a good adaptation, like we're in the room with the writers, we are giving notes in the scripts, we're changing things in the booth as we're recording to fit best, to have that sort of creative influence on something because you were the ones that created it together is a surreal and rare opportunity. And so to that degree, it really just feels like we're getting to make this adaptation exactly how we want it to be.
I'll add on and say that we were shocked and delighted in the earliest days when we played together alone, how engrossed we were in the story. And then we were shocked when other people started to be interested in that same story and be engrossed. And the fact that it has managed to keep leveling up the way it has, and so many people are as invested in Pike and Grog's relationship as we are, it will never stop being surreal and being a shock to the system. It's, I had dreams of what I wanted to do with my life as an artist and a creator, and what I stumbled into by accident far exceeds those dreams I had. So just very grateful at every step of the way for what fate had in store for us.
Yeah, I think surreal is the key word out of all of that.
I love, and the trailer for season 3 teased some more. It teased some more upcoming romance. And so I'm curious, if your characters could give dating advice, what do you think they would say?
Oh
wow.
No. Veronica.
Oh.
Any of our characters could give dating advice. Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Dating advice.
Oh my god.
Put down the pointy thing.
I would say Lady Allura Vysorin would eagerly remind you to just leave some grace and room in your heart for patience. For the hot-headed ones might be impetuous, but that passion is what makes them so delightful to be around.
Don't drink that. It's not for you.
I feel like I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I feel like nobody in Vox Machina should be giving dating advice.
Man, yeah, Ashley might have a point. They are very broken people.
Yes.
I think, it kind of manifests a little bit in the series, but I think Keyleth is very much it is better to have loved and lost than have never loved at all. And I think they're just, just do it. Life's short. Just do it.
Yeah, embrace what you have, not what you hope will be.
Yeah.
Percy would say, aim high. So,
Oh, I like it.
yeah.
Vex would say, don't forget to have a little courage.
Ooh.
And Scanlan would say, agree on a safe word. Yeah, that's it.
What would you say you are most excited for in season 3? Is there a particular storyline or an episode that you are most excited for fans to experience?
Man, they're obviously, as we showed in the trailer, they go to hell. But I don't think fans are ready for the little twist that we have once they get there. The very dedicated Critical Role fans will lose their minds, I think.
The
I'm
surprises.
the same as you, Veronica. I'm a huge fan of love and romance, and those relationships that developed during the campaign when we played it were some of my favorite moments to explore, and so I'm just excited for those to be seen on screen.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest parts of our show, and it's been built up in the past 2 seasons, is fans love those ships, right? They love to see the characters come together, and we've started to build where that chemistry is starting to pay off. But I think one of the beautiful things about Critical Role, and especially this animated series, is it was brought to life by our community. It had a kickstarted origin. It was, made possible by all of our fans. And so from soup to nuts, we know exactly who we're making this show for. And we have that in mind every step of the way. So season 3 is going to be a lot of payoffs, both on the happy side and on the heartbreak side. That's right.
And if you're a longtime critter, you're really going to get the best of both worlds, because we are going to serve up some fan favorite, beloved moments from the table and realize them, to the nth degree. And we're also going to sideswipe you with things that you are not expecting at all. So you're going to get both, and you're going to be happy with both, I believe.
I'm surprised. I'm very excited for the things where we walk away from what the people, our audience knows, and see what Matt's NPCs are doing off screen. I love nothing more than watching Matt have a conversation with himself.
Those are some of my exciting moments. The moments that have always been in my head, that in the structure of a tabletop game I couldn't really express to my players, and how we played. And now we get to expand upon those and show those and kind of flesh out that side of the story. Also, there's just some really, really cool fight scenes.
Yeah, there's one fight scene that takes place in the snow that some monsters are involved in that's pretty freaking epic. Can't wait for the audience to see that. I'm also excited, without giving away any spoilers, there's a couple characters that show up in this season from other campaigns that we've done, that maybe weren't in the original telling of the Vox Machina campaign, and they make appearances, and it's going to be exciting and surprising for fans who know the campaigns, but also those who don't.
I'm also really excited for the music this season.
Mm.
The music that you guys developed for some really key pivotal moments, it's beautiful. And we're allowed to say that Matt sang a couple songs.
Yeah, he did.
And it's so good. He's so talented. Sam, you're so talented. Peter's so talented. And Matt, you've done an amazing job with the singing.
Thanks. I'm bad at compliments.
You know.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. And again, congratulations on the upcoming season. You've all created something really special.
Thank you
So much, Veronica.
Thanks,
Thank
Veronica.
you so much.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Thank you.